not ready yet. Oh, right. I think I'm ready. This stream was awful on here tonight. What is going on here? Jesus, that's better. Bloody hell. Bloody stream. Bloody hell. Good evening, guys. Hello. Welcome to Queensville on a Thursday night. I'm having to do the stream tonight because on Saturday there's no stream on Saturday. This Saturday. This has been planned tonight, actually, just to give you guys an update what's happening with Queensville. Latest updates, news, gossip, Queen movie, extravaganza thing happening, and stuff going on. And we have a new logo produced as well for Queensville. This was designed by Lewis Gaylord. Was it Lewis or somebody? I can't remember. Some of our Queen subscribers designed a brand new great logo for this channel now, and it looks really cool. So thanks so much for that, great mate, indeed. Been cool. Hope you guys have had a great week. Had a smashing day today, actually. We've got some news to tell you about what's going on, and some other stuff going on as well. And got general updates tonight, really, to tell you guys. But we have got a general chat as well tonight, which is even cool. So that's why the stream tonight is planned tonight instead of next Saturday, because I won't be here Saturday. Because Saturday I have got an engagement with Jade on Saturday, so I'm not here. So you're watching this stream on now on tonight. That's the reason why there's no stream on Saturday. That's it anyway. So welcome to the show anyway. Tonight we're going to talk about music tonight. Loads and loads of chat tonight. We are going to be here live tonight as well. Don't worry about her. She has been sorted out, by the way. So no, I don't need to take her out. Not yet, until 8 o'clock tonight, which is even cool. So the first thing I need to discuss about, if you already know, apart from the fact that our beautiful person has now released her album, this is out now to buy. Secret Voice has been released now, finally. You can still buy the CD. Limited editions are still available, would you believe? We have 49 still left in the place, and we are doing signed copies as well. And if you want a signed copy of Jade's album, post it on the website, secretcares.wixnet.blah, whatever it's called. But the also good news is we are now allowed to put it on Discogs. Yes, we are. I have sorted out the Discogs page, and I'm going to show you right now how we've done it on this as well. I need to just move something over here first. And this is now live on Discogs page. And if I can get this goddamn thing working. Hello, thank you. Yes, we finally got in Discogs. Yay, finally. It's available to buy for you guys. It's £5 on the Discogs site. We are currently also looking into getting it out on vinyl. So the CD release is now available for you guys to buy. You get the whole limited edition. Includes the bonus track, the Red and Blue acoustic version, which we put on the album anyway. And also, we have it coming out on vinyl as well. We have finally got it sorted out with Diggers Factory. Diggers Factory and myself have partnered up very well with this album release as well. And I'm going to show you guys how you can get your hands on the vinyl release of this as well. What Diggers Factory do is they apparently have done a crowdfunding campaign on here. And basically, if you back up our business, £15 is what you pay for the vinyl release coming out. We got this fund coming out in November. November, yes, November. We couldn't get it out at the time it was produced. Apparently you have to wait 3 months until it's actually out on vinyl. It will take ages to sort out. But luckily, we've had a lot of people getting involved with this order. So what you do is you pre-order it at £15 and you get it at 15 quid. Then you get the okay. Then you get the then what you do is you pay, basically you're crowdfunding these guys basically for us. We've got 48 days left to go on this crowdfunding campaign. And basically it means that you guys, when you pay the £15, you'll get it at that price. You'll get no backup or anything for us. we really need to make at least, we've only had 2% already made of this completion. But if you guys want to back it up for us, please get this final release, because we really have got a lot of people interested in this. Devin, stop it now. I'm live. So back up this release, please. And if you guys are interested, the link is actually on this page, and it's just diggersfactory.com, and you'll find it. It's actually 224776, and we do, please, guys, please back it up, because we really would like you guys to get involved with that. The crowdfunding campaign started on last Friday. Monday it was. Monday it started. And if you guys back up the vinyl release of it, it'll be out and it'll be yours to have. The other good news that happened within a week of posting that video of Burn, the video received 260 views in 1 week. And that was brilliant. And that all goes down to you guys who viewed it. What I did was I went on a page called promoter.com, and I paid £10 to actually see if it would work out for promoting the video. Well, within like over the past 3 days, the video had swarmed up a lot of views for it. I mean, I'm talking about loads of views. And loads of people have enjoyed Burn so much that the video has been very popular and people love it. And Promoter was fantastic. They promote your video amazing, and I was so happy about that. So fair play down to those guys. Great job. And at the end of the day, we got 260 views for that video, and that was incredible. Now the AdSense has gone really up now for me on that page, and it has made my year fabulous. So thanks a lot, guys, for backing up that video. I really appreciate it. Just been a very happy week we've had. If you are here tonight, you can chat to me live. If you want to chat to me on the chat room's open now. And if you guys want to support the vinyl release of it, Diggers Factory link is on this video here. And just having a great time, guys. Honestly, it's going so well. Jay's been here today. We've been working on some new tracks for her next album coming out in October, November time. And we've been inundated with things as well. No, brilliant. Yeah. So I'm very happy this week's gone really well. We're very happy indeed. We've got a lot of things tomorrow. We've got a meeting tomorrow actually. Our creative meetings up every month. We have a creative meet for everybody. Everybody's coming tomorrow, which is really good. I'm excited about that. And that's the reason why I'm not out tonight either, so that's why I'm doing this live stream for you guys tonight. We just basically had an amazing creative few days. Promotion has been crazy. We were just up to the eyes in promotion. We promoted it on Monday. We did all the promotion on Facebook on Monday. I was doing it like crazy everywhere, and everybody enjoyed the video for Burn. The release of the vinyl. The recent CD has been tremendously successful. One of our subscribers bought the album actually on the pre-ordered day. He got it on pre-orders, and he got the newsletter, and he got the promotion stuff. And I sent that out on the Monday, and he got it on Wednesday, and he got it like yesterday. And then for the kindest generosity, what he did when he paid that, he emailed me straight away and he said, "Let me know how much tax you have to pay for that for the P&P charges." John was absolutely phenomenal. I didn't know they were going to do this for my business, but luckily it worked out well. He refunded me $2 back to me for the shipping charge. And I was like, thank you very much for that. And that's what people should really do, is, you know, give something back to us. And somebody like John, I have to say, has been phenomenally incredible. So I wasn't expecting that at all, but I thought, wow, we got something back for that. That'll actually stay in the PayPal fund now, because what we're going to do next is get you guys involved in this. Actually, we basically Queensville's gone really, really well. Devon, lie down, otherwise you lie down, Devon, or it's not going to stop it. Not behave. I can't do this every time, Devon. Every time. Get outside. Fucking hell. That dog really gets my piss and nerves. She really is a pain in the ass. She's lovely though, but she's really a pain in the ass sometimes. Anyway, but as I was saying before, if you because Queensville's been very successful over the past year, I'm thinking about doing the rewards, the payment thing, you know, the new dollars things I have. Well, the super chat that I've just got used to. Apparently now you can super chat me by sending a donation for Queensville, because what we want to do next is for Jade is if you guys want to pledge about £2 or £1, we basically would like a fund to forward our next project, which is the videos that we're making, and also the fact is to make a fund for this business that we're doing at the moment. And the reason that we wanted to do that was because you guys are supporting Queensville so much, which is wonderful. If you guys want to super chat me at any time and send a donation through PayPal, we will have a fund together. And what we'll do with the fund is we'll keep a fund of £100 at like a savings account basically. And that fund we're going to use on this business alone. So we can use it for promotion material, we can get more supplies for the printer, we can get this business up and running perfectly very well. I've got some new equipment coming in the next couple of days. That cupboard there is going to be emptied actually, because now that you guys know that we just started the studio stuff up. This studio's not finished yet at all. We've got another we've got something else to put into this anyway. What we really want to try and do is make this a proper business, because we were having to think about this today, that it costs £15 for the toner for this. Then it would cost another £20 for another desk to be put in here. So, but we've already got the furniture anyway, which only cost £50. Then, if you want to contribute to what we're going to do next, is the reason that we're asking for this super chat is because we'd like you to donate to something that we were going to do. And because we are ready to, these guys are ready to perform soon for us anyway, we would like we'd like to start a little bit more of your support really for Queensville and also for ST Entertainment as well, because as I said, we just started up over a month ago. Jade's now our administrator permanently now, and she's basically backing up our business, my business, which is fabulous. I mean, every time she's doing other projects, she's doing everything else. But we feel like we need something from the YouTube guys, because we would like to fund our next few projects, because it's not going to cost anything to do, which is not costing that. It's just the fact is we really need toners, because we are getting low on toners a lot now. So if you guys are interested in that situation and would like to donate to us, please use the super chat and then send me a super chat, and then basically all of the proceeds will go towards ST Entertainment, and also for the forwarding of what we're doing for this business. And also and we have something else coming up as well. I'm telling you, Devon's going to be in and out now. It's just so naughty. Devon, in now, in, and lie down, lie down, lie down. Hey, no, Devon, don't start. Lie down. Lie down, Devon. Oh, you want to lie there, dear? Right. Wait, lie down. Thank you. She can be a pain. Honestly, she can. Right, that's out the way. So, guys, if you guys are interested in buying the album for A Secret Voice, it's available. It's going to be available for a month. The limited edition is available for the whole month. So you guys have got plenty of time to order it. And the more chances we get you buying the CD, the fund will go towards the studio. We want to get the studio up and running very soon indeed. So if you guys want to stick with chat me or would like to donate something towards it, please do. I'm not asking a lot, just anything you can. And but we'd like to really start getting this up and running professionally from next year. Next year we've got We're hoping next year to get a Kickstarter. We might actually start a Kickstarter campaign actually. If you guys are interested in that. But if you've got any ideas that if you'd like us to pursue, then let us know, because we've got another person signed tomorrow. I'm looking forward to actually working with them, which is really cool. Another person who wants to come on board and stuff. So guys, just a note, guys. Just get your chats in, guys. We'll talk about anything you want. If it's about Jade's album or anything you want to talk about, upcoming productions, what's happening with Facebook, what's happening with Mark. I've got some news about Mark actually at the moment, which is interesting. You guys might have noticed from the last week, I said about Mark and his movement situation. I didn't go into a lot of detail about it, and I'm going to explain what happened. Mark has been offered a job back down at Southend, and his plan was to move to the northeast in Newcastle. They had a viewing for a house in Newcastle, and it went very well for them. But then he realised that due to the benefits agency, they couldn't take the property. Then he was going on to Gentoo, the Gentoo housing group, and he managed to get somewhere with Gentoo housing. Look, it worked out fine for him. It just happened at a moment where it literally was finding out if he was going to be able to move to the northeast. Unfortunately, it fell through in Newcastle, and I was told that he's no longer going to be able to move up here, and it's a shame. And I was looking forward to working with him for Queensville to do, because he was going to be the next partner to work with. So unfortunately, Mark can't do it because of the work commitments he's got now. Julie was coming up to the northeast to have a look at the things, and unfortunately, Mark told me the next day, unfortunately, sorry mate, I'll not be moving now because due to work commitments, I've got a new job now, and that was great for him. So at this moment, Mark is no longer going to join Queensville, I'm afraid. But we are now looking for somebody else. And if you live local in the northeast area and like to be on Queensville and love to be a partner, basically get in touch by the Queensville Facebook page, which is really cool. Now, I've also had a lot of people messaging me over the past couple of days on Queensville's Facebook page. I didn't even know I didn't know people were actually still messaging me on there, which is kind of interesting. But it was great though. It was good. It was good. It was still active anyway, because the page has been updated for many months now. We haven't done anything with CDs or anything else. What we've done. And the subscriber who did this the other day sent me a message, and he said they said apparently that he said that to me about the Freddie Mercury, the Untold Story, and he said, do you know that there was a chapter missing out of the Untold Story that was not cut? And he said, is it uncut on the Lover Alive Singer of Songs DVD? And I said, yes, it is. It's the complete version with the original narration on it from Sean Pertwee. And he says, great. And I says, so what about the version I had on the original DVD of the Untold Story? So here's what happened, and here's the reasons why the BBC showed it first, and this is the reasons why they changed it all the way through. What they did on the original narration of it is they used a Bob Harris lookalike voice on it, which wasn't Bob Harris at all for a start. It was somebody who was just too chaotic and crazy and mad, and it was ridiculous. Some of the audio, some of the narration was cut off that DVD release, hence the fact that some of it was useless. And when Doro had filmed it in 2000, it was it was a great thing to film. I didn't know they were filming it for that reason. But when Jim Beach approached them and said, "Want to produce this thing? Let's do an edited version for BBC Television." And Mark Hagan, who was the executive producer on Top of the Pops, he got a hold of it, and he said, "We have to cut some stuff out of this because they're going to make it an hour's worth to go it down for the first." And the reason it was shown on BBC first, they showed the original narration on BBC. That was the original BBC narration that it did for that release of it. For the DVD release of the 2000 version that came on the Untold Story, that narration was bloody terrible. It was awful. It was terrible. But it was cut though. There was about a 15-minute version. It wasn't even restored. Because I noticed that the very beginning of it is different. It's like watching like a TV version of it, which is really bizarre. And so this explains the reason why it was re-released again with the BBC version, the uncut BBC version, on that DVD, because the BBC apparently had excerpts from the Untold Story, but they didn't put in the very beginning of it, when it basically goes to the straight frame of Freddie Mercury, even on that Untold Story one. That scene was missing out of there. There was about 15 minutes of footage missing out of that original cut. And I remember that someone had a bootleg of that, of the original director's cut version, which is now available on that anyway. And including also on that DVD is the behind the scenes of how they made it, which was bloody good. And it was amazing. It was a great release that came out of that one. So it really gets the question to you Queen guys, you know, why is it never materialized on Blu-ray, which is one thing. And the only reason is that because The Great Pretender came out, which is the new documentary that was produced, that was supposed to be the updated version of the Untold Story. And technically, it wasn't. It was basically just a new rehashed version of it. So apparently, they just basically used the same things as always, and there's nothing about it. So that kind of gives us a question of why was it cut on parts on that DVD release, or the original Untold Story. I still think that, if you guys can see from here, I still think that box set is the best ever in the world. That to this day is still the best box set they ever brought out. Now, what Universal is planning to do next with that release, this is what they plan to do next, is they're going to bring it out again. They are re-releasing this again, but they're making it in a long book form. So instead of having the big box, they're going to make it into a small box of it, which is basically going to be like crumbling the edges down and making it more like this sort of size. And I think it's just because it is all right, but to be honest with you, that's not really what I would call the re-release of the Freddie Mercury box set. It's kind of a bit thingy. The price is going to be a bit cheaper as well for it. But the only thing is, it's just going to be, instead of having massive books about this size, they're going to crop it down to this length. But it's going to be all tiny print. You're going to read it and go, well, I want to see bigger prints of it and stuff. And it really does piss people off when they do that. It's just, why? Why do that sort of thing? It's just not good at all. And even the fact is, you've got like something you want to buy from a box set, and you want to read it. And you want to read a bigger version of it. Hence the fact that that box set up there was the cheapest box set I ever bought, because that was only about £90. And then when Nicola Pierce was saying last week, she said obviously she got it. She said that obviously she paid £95 for it, and I said, well, that's a good price, and that's exactly how much I paid for it as well. And then, by the way, these are going back to the days of eBay. This is way before Discogs was ever invented. I bought that on eBay in 2010. I bought that. My original box set of The Untold Story was stolen. My dad was apparently, well, I don't know what actually happened to that. I think it actually got either stolen or either somebody nicked it or what happened to it. So I was very annoyed with that actually, because I don't know why, because it stood on the floor and somebody at their infinite wisdom decided to get rid of it, and I thought, no, you can't do that. That's precious. You know, why get rid of a Queen collection? Like Mark was, if you guys remember from the Mark situation, that apparently when his Queen collection was in the garden, only 3 things were in the garden. Apparently, was 3 picture discs got shot in the garden, and that was ridiculous. That was completely ridiculous. Luckily, he has it back now. He's got all his Queen collection back, and it's all restored. He's had to rebuy the 3 ones he's tried to get, and unfortunately, it's a no-go for it. So, but he got it anyway. He got it back. Ghost Queen collection back. It was all, don't worry about the rainbow ones and the big box sets. He got it back anyway. Just the fact that he was really, you know, it's a shame that when you get people like that to do it, it's not right at all. It is not right. If you've got a Queen collection, you are proud of it so well, like this one here. You are proud of having a Queen collection which is just superb, and it's absolutely spot on. But you don't get rid of it because you're thinking you're not a Queen fan. You get rid of the room and go, oh no, it's all gone now. But I mean, from my point of view, this collection here, this is not a big collection, but people will say to me, well, it is a big collection for you because you've got this as a momentum thing of it. I do have to say something though. The 2 products are not. I can't still find them. The Champions of the World is missing out of this collection, and I'll have to rebuy that now because that's gone. I don't know what happened to that. And then unless Chris had it, I don't know if I know he had it on DVD before, but I don't know whether he had it or whether he got rid of it. I don't know what happened to it. I know that for a fact that Chris was saying many years ago, he said apparently that he replayed that VHS over and over and over again till it died. And it's a shame because it died. The video VHS was dead. And it really did, it did do a... it's a shame because, you know, you got a big thing to use. It's just VHS tapes in them days were great. I mean, I've got a VHS player underneath this desk here. And I'm keeping it because it's kind of memories of just VHS cassettes and everything else as well from it. So, so yeah, but that's something that really did catch my eye. Was, you know, the Untold Story was kind of as it was anyway. But Mark's collection anyway was saved, and his Queen collection is back. So, good, Mark, for what you did for that, which is cool. It's wonderful. This is Joe and Tad tonight. This is live on a Thursday because I'm not here on Saturday, guys. I'm actually away on Saturday. Because I'm going out for someone, so I'm going out basically on Saturday. If you guys have just tuned in, I just want to repeat again that if you are interested, yes, Secret Voice is out now on our label. CD release is there. The album release does not get out until November. If you guys want to purchase it, please back up on diggersfactory.com. The link will be underneath this video. If you want to back up the vinyl release of this, I do recommend you guys to pre-order it now, because this is out in November. We desperately want this out in November. And I'm very happy to say that, that Diggers Factory are fantastic. They are absolutely fantastic. And you can also go to the ST Entertainment page on Wix.com. Can I say something else there? And we've got this page updated now. You guys can order it on here. Go to the Buy Now page, and you can buy the album. This is the bonus. This is the. There's no 2 bonus tracks. Well, unfortunately, due to the issues I've had, there's actually a bonus track now on it, which is the red and blue acoustic version. This one will contain the standard release of it, and this one's the vinyl release, which is the supported one for Diggers Factory. You can buy it on there for 15 quid, and these limited editions are still going, so you can still, you've got loads of time to buy it, guys. If you're ordering from the States, if there's a tax charge in the States, then please message me on your PayPal account and make sure you get it as well. But we will include promotional material, and basically we're just doing that now, which is cool. And unfortunately, the media stream, I'm having issues with it. Oh, it actually has been updated now. And 2 days ago, apparently, it was updated. So this is actually getting updated. This updates every day. And we've just put in there, we're in production with Jade's second album, the Gothic Songbook. Songs will include Nigel Stock and also some originals by Jade. Also look out for Spock FM this week for the voting is still on for Chains of a Lively played on this station. If you guys are on the ST Entertainment page, there is a vote going around. There's a vote going on for 2 tracks we want to get played on Spock FM, which is Chains and Alive. Now, if you haven't heard the songs of Chains and Alive, then this is a good time tonight to play them to you. And these are the 2 tracks we want to try and get out, obviously, for you guys. So I'm going to play you a bit of Chains, and then I'm going to play you a bit of Alive. I'm not going to do it too loud because it's way too loud in here. So this is the first song, Chains. This is played on Spark FM. This is our local station. I'm going to play it on there. This is Chains first. So I'll just play it on here. This is Chains first. So there's 2 tracks there you guys have got to vote for. The voting is apparently still on the page at ST Entertainment, and if you go to the page on Facebook, there is a voting going on right now actually, and but we want like to have a vote actually to see what's going on with it. We won't find out until we know from Spark FM when it gets played. So. And you guys can start getting yourselves involved with that, which is really good stuff indeed. So that's cool. So Alive and Chains is the 2 to vote for on our ST Entertainment page, and also Jade is actually monitoring that page now. So if you've got any questions of anything you guys want to know about the CD release and the promotional material we're going to give you, we don't mind actually going through that with you live on the stream, or I can do it on the Facebook stream, which is even cool. But we're having a ball. I'm such a big ball with this stuff. It's brilliant what we've been doing for the past couple of days. We also, as you know, Queensville's having some upgrades soon. It's going to be taking a break for over 2 weeks because me and Jade's going to be basically doing a 2 week. We are not on a 2 week break, but we're going to have like a 2 week when we're meeting. 2 week discussion basically, and also I'll be away that week as well, so there won't be any more live streams for a bit on Queensville. There will be some lives for the next 4 weeks. After that, the next 4 weeks in August, we're taking 2 weeks off in August, and then after that we should be back hopefully about the middle of August. We'll be back with live streams. So because we're trying to put more live streams on Facebook behind the scenes and writing and creative stuff like that and ideas, because we're doing that today actually, which has been very good indeed. She's wanting three tracks to be put on the next one, which is the Gothic album that we're working on at the minute, and today we're working on this song today, and we just didn't know what we were going to do with it. We were like all over the place with it today, but we finally got it sorted out, and but it's another one. Then ones I've got, that'll be the last one to record. But we're getting there anyway with it. But it's one of the things where you kind of you've got to work with a song, and you've got to try and figure out the chords and structures and things. And it would be and as I said before, it's kind of like an idea for her to do anyway. And this is kind of a concept that we had both together, and but Jade's basically producing this with me as well, which is great for her to do it, which is amazing. She's absolutely amazing. She's come on form so well and on board. As for the other thing that happens, if you guys, if you tuned in last week to the Dead Inside thing, we have decided now we are still going to do it, because there's enough material to cover an album anyway, which we're going to do. But we decided that we would make the Untitled project because we may change it to another name. But we have got 10 tracks we did do, and 10 tracks that we are going to finish them. At the moment, Andy is away. He's actually in Ireland at the moment, and I can't go to his studio. It's out of action for a couple of weeks. But at least one thing is we've got a lot of time now to prepare for this one, because we've just had a business meeting today, and we're trying to get everything sorted out for tomorrow and everything else, and it's great. So I mean, I'm very glad that we did do My Best Days. It's a track we really wanted to get out so badly. We're just going to look for somebody else now who's going to take over the project anyway from us. So watch this space, guys, because there'll be some information coming up soon about that. Because we at the moment are doing a location. We did location scouting on Tuesday at Ellswick, and it was a beautiful place. That was wonderful, perfect spot if we want to film the Breakney video, which was fantastic. And then for Bern, we're actually filming in Durham, and we got transportation sorted out for nothing really. Absolutely fantastic. There's a guy called Dom now, and he's really nice guy, very quiet, nice guy. But he actually has. He's going to do us a favour. He's going to do some. He's going to be the transport guy now for this, which is bloody good. So very happy we've got that sorted out, and we really are just doing really well indeed. No chats today, guys. I don't know if the chat room's working or not. I don't know if you know if it's working or not, actually. Chat room looks like it's dead for some reason. Can't see any chats, guys, today. No? Just watching? Just wanting to chat with me, guys. Just talk about anything you want, because I don't want to sit here all night and just talk about nothing. So, yeah. What I can do is, as you all know, I'll show you actually the YouTube video that we got. If I go to, I'll just go to my link. If I go back to scene 3, right now Jade's video for Bern. If you guys have already heard it, because we've got a lot of people thinking for it, it's now been very popular, this video. I think it's probably trending pretty high on this video actually first. We basically promoted this so well. We had 261 views for it in a week. That was insane, completely insane. But to be honest with you, that has been fantastic, and people are just loving the video so much, and they love the song. And Andrew did an amazing job of the vocals on the actual did a great job on the track, and absolutely spot on. He was absolutely spot on, and yeah, I want to make sure this chat is working, by the way, because I don't know whether it is or not. It is working for some reason. Nobody's chatting to me live. Come on, guys, any questions? Because I don't want to sit here all night and answer no questions. There's not loads of questions, but everybody are nice. But while you guys are getting your chats anyway, we're going to go to the comments page. I've seen more comments this week. So let's go to the comments page. I had a message this week from a guy from Spain called Miguel Longuel. Miguel Longuel. And I had to translate this to English, and says apparently, very nice video. This has been discontinued on DVD. No, I think he's wrong. Apparently it's been discontinued on VHS. This is actually going for the video we did many years ago. The Queen Box of Flicks that apparently is no longer available to buy. It is available to buy on eBay, but be very careful what you buy for it. Chris's version, when we were trying to figure out this, I mean, he still hasn't got an answer for it yet because nobody's coming on it. When you watch that video, Chris's version of the Box of Flicks version of it is totally different to my version. Apparently his version's got extra video clips in it, and it's also got alternate takes of videos, and also apparently it's a runoff print apparently from EMI that had never ever issued before. So that version is completely, as I understand, it was a promo release that came out from EMI that never ever issued it. Because the only reason you can tell is because when that was in production at the time, they used the new PMI logo on it, and they didn't even use the old PMI logo on it. And it's a run-out print apparently that they used. So it was a fault print on it, which was wrong, because the video is all grainy and it's all out of, it's just, you know what I mean, it's all out of grain and everything else. Michael's here. Hello, Michael. Good to see you, my man. How are you doing? You all right? I'm doing great, man. I'm doing really good indeed. But that print of that print I've got there of the Greatest Flicks 1 and 2 block set, that is actually well, when I bought it, the sound is dreadful on this on VHS 2 on the mono tracks. It's bloody awful. The stereo tracks sound pretty good actually, which is really good indeed. But yeah, but that's it. Yeah, it's not available on DVD at all. But Flicks 1 and Flicks 2 was released. It was re-released as Greatest Video Hits 1 and Greatest Video Hits 2 on there and stuff as well. It's really hot in the Netherlands. How's it over here? Not too bad actually. A bit cooler today. It's not as hot as it was like yesterday. It was bloody sticky as hell yesterday. It was. We're waiting for the weather. We're waiting for the rain to arrive now, which is hopefully very soon indeed. But I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing really good. Right, no more comments now. Some of these comments I've already read out before. We've got any spam ones? I don't want spam ones. We've got any spam ones? We might have. No spam. Anything else for review? Nothing else for review. Published comments. Any hidden comments I have? No, we've always like that as well. I'm still getting used to this new app, by the way, on this thing. Some of you can't use hidden comments until you upgrade your account. TubeBuddy, right? If you haven't used TubeBuddy before, TubeBuddy is a new thing. I've just been getting to sort out, and TubeBuddy's been really good. But there's just certain features I can't use, and you've got to pay for it, obviously, which is not bad. But I can still use a tagging system on it, which is really cool indeed. Will there be a live chat with Jade sometime in the near future with chat working? Yes, we are discussing that actually. Next week, next Tuesday, there will be a live chat with Jade. I hope so. We're hoping to do that in the afternoon actually, because the only thing is she's committed only until 4 o'clock in the afternoon to go and pick up her son. We will be sorting out that live stream soon. We haven't had time today because we've been doing songwriting. We can't stream it. But yes, yeah, you guys are wondering, live stream with Jade, it will happen again, but without this time. It'll be in this room. I promise it will be in this room. And the more people who come to that chat room again, the more chances you guys can go and purchase the album, which is still available online. And don't forget, guys, support us on Diggers Factory. €15 is all you pay. Basically, grab up the album, you get it in November, which is really cool. Yes, I am working on that, Michael. It will be next week. I definitely will be doing it next week with a. Because I won't be here this weekend because I'm away this weekend anyway. But next Tuesday we definitely will do a live stream. I promise we will, without interruptions from you know who. Yeah, you. Being the bad book she has for a couple of days. Yeah, so we have sorting out. We will. We promise, guys. Yes, with the chat working. Yes, we'll get the chat working this time. Apparently, yes, the chat on her side didn't work at all. The laptop needed formatting totally after that, and it did work fine. Yeah, we will. We promise, guys. Also, what was I going to say as well? Queen Cider stuff. Something in my brain collecting this week. And I don't know whether it's me or I want to do it again. If you all remember from when very early days when Queensville just started in 2009, this was the only channel that did CD inside CDs and matrix numbers and stuff as well. And so even my brain clicked in the other 2 days ago, and I don't know whether it was me or whether it was just something I wanted to do really, but this is something that's come around again for some reason. And I do have let me just see here. Oh, maybe I haven't got it. Maybe I haven't got it. Oh, I think I have. Oh my god, I might have got it. No, I haven't got it. No. Oh, that's a shitter. Oh, never mind. Basically what it was, if you guys remember from the very early videos that I did on this channel, and I mean old school, when I was wearing horrible tops and this room was like a dinosaur really, and the wallpaper was different, and before the room was changed. There's a video that's coming up again apparently. The early ones I did with the Queen collections, the CD collections, 1993, 1994 issues. Now I did, and I know I did revisit this before. Now for some reason, that's come back in my mind again. That for some bizarre reason, and I have no idea why. It's just that something's cropping up a bit, which is bizarre. What I was going to do was on the next Queensvilles is, and I had this great idea actually just to do it because this is cool. If you guys want me to do it and say yes, I'm planning. What I was going to do was I was going to plan to revisit not those 93, 94 versions, but a comparison video of how they originally were and how they were in 1994 and 1992, and to those versions. Now, as you know, I have the UK edition of the Queen's Greatest Hits over in that corner there, which is the original CD, and I'm very lucky to still have that actually, and the sound quality is superb on it. But this is something I had in mind to do. I was going to show you guys on images what they originally edited out on the CD versions of the UK editions, Holland editions, and also the other editions as well. Now I was going to download them off Discogs, all the images, and show you guys the comparisons of what they were from the original versions to the other versions of it. So for example, you'd have Flash Gordon, that's a terrible one to ever use. So you'd have the 86 version, and then you'd have the 94 version, and see exactly what did they do in it. And also there was something else about the Flash Gordon thing as well, apparently, because there's something about that apparently. But if you all know from for the 2011 CD remasters, when I bought them all, I bought them on download, and I got all the images as well, which is cool, and I still love that box set. Is brilliant. But for the Flash Gordon one, there is something about that actually that you guys don't know about, and I didn't actually disclaim it on the video. The Flash Gordon reissue, 1994 and 2011 version of it, the back sleeve of it is interesting. Now, if you all know, the original back sleeve for the album is in small print with Flash in the air, and Timothy Dalton's on the bottom, and the princess is there. That's a complete version of it. And you may think, oh, why did they put that black strip on the bottom of it, which is bizarre. Well, apparently EMI and the film company, well, EMI doesn't actually own the rights to the album at the time. Now they still don't. They still don't own the rights to it. It's apparently owned by Starling Music Limited, and which apparently Ringo Starr. Ringo Starr apparently backed up the film for some reason. The Beatles fame drummer, and it was the first album I think was done in London. I think it was, or Munich, somewhere, because we actually had two people on it, which is Alan someone for it as well. And the Flash album is still not owned by Queen. They don't own it. Studio Canal re-released it many years ago on a boring DVD, which has no special features at all, which is bloody shit. Then there was a silver version that came out, and that was a load of crap. And then there was a new version that came out, and that was a load of crap as well. The Studio Canal is just terrible for DVDs. They're just awful group. And Alan and me were speaking about this quite a while back, and he said that Studio Canal, if you ever seen their logos and their horrible music, and they want to screech to the walls and bring out some terrible music on it. Studio Canal is a bad studio, terrible. They never came. They were never ever producing them in the UK. They all produced them overseas in France because they're a French company, and because what Studio Canal does is they buy the rights to the studio libraries of Thorny MI and all the Canon films and everything else, because they own them anyway, and even with the Carolco stuff as well, which is Andrew Vaginer and Mario Cassar. And that's why Queen doesn't own that film. They don't own the back. They don't even own the artwork to it. They didn't have control over the back sleeve of it because they weren't allowed to use the original copyright for it. Which really annoys me, the fact that they should have really used the original artwork, but it didn't work. But I have to say, I agree with Chris what he said. It may be the only artwork they had to use for the back sleeve and had to recrop it again, and it was just put on there. But you know, that's life. And the same thing goes for the Highlander as well. And you guys, this was interesting as well. This is very interesting for you guys to know about the Highlander. Highlander's DVD. The European release that came out in the UK from Warner Brothers. This is very interesting about this DVD that came out. Now, before it was released in the States on DVD, before the Immortal Edition came out, well, I think the Immortal Edition came out first actually in the States. They brought an uncut version of the film with all of the parts restored in it. What they did in the UK was, and this is bizarre. This is really bizarre. Warner Brothers don't own the film. Warner Home Video, they didn't own the rights at the time. Neither does any of the companies that put on the DVD. So if you've got the blue, remember that blue edition that came out, that horrible European release that came out from Studio Canal? Well, Studio Canal had, bloody weird this is. Studio Canal, right? Apparently, they have got, they tried their hardest to get the Canon print. And unfortunately, they used the VHS print for it. And this explains why. On that DVD, the very beginning of the DVD, it comes on saying Thorny MI, Screen Entertainment, whatever it was, because it was the last Thorny MI production ever made before Canon took it over. So it was a Canon distribution film. And it's really bizarre to know that Canon films, on the audio track, for the French audio track, you can hear the fanfare for Canon at the very end, and then it comes on with the film. And so what they did, they messed up the audio on it, and the audio was absolutely dreadful. The audio tracks were terrible in it. You had the French audio, you had the English audio, you had the Sweden audio, and you had the other audio as well, which I think was Malaysian audio. Whoever made that one was dreadful. And then by arrangement with Warner Brothers, Studio Canal didn't even have permission to use it with Warner Brothers. They basically slapped on the Warner Brothers logo from a VHS rip anyway, of a DVD rip, of the Matrix DVD it was. And they cut the beginning off the Warner Brothers logo to trademark it as a Warner Brothers product. It wasn't even a Warner Brothers product anyway. So apparently, the story is that Studio Canal and Warner Brothers were trying to make a deal to get that actual film out. Well, they used a VHS transfer from the original release that came out on the X-Rental version on Thorn EMI. Right, this is weird. Then apparently the soundtrack is messed up. The soundtrack is messed up so bad. They used that track. They remixed it on the top of it. They put all these effects on and everything else, and it was awful. And the soundtrack was so quiet. You had to turn up your TV so loud you couldn't even hear it. It was all like very quiet. Even when you get to Hammer to Fall, that was even worse. So that's why that was a remix apparently they brought out on the VHS version, and nobody had control over it. Now that Studio Canal didn't have control, now that the Warner Brothers, now that did Kino Welt, nobody. That's why it was only put out there as just a fast release. And they all thought, oh yeah, we'll put this out and stuff. And the artwork was really bizarre. They weren't allowed to use the original artwork for the VHS cover. So they had to decide on the menu screens that studio would say, we must do this in there thing and stuff as well. The opening sequence on that DVD is bloody horrendous. There's no music by Queen on it. There's no like Prince Universe in the beginning of it. Nothing on it. Absolutely nothing. And they decided to put like a blue format into it. It was bizarre. On the reverse sleeve of it though, you've got the original Highlander reverse sleeve of it. And that would have worked out better for it. But the marketing side of it was, well, we can't really use the VHS print with the VHS cover, and we can't use the original kind of magic thing. What do we do? And obviously, the artwork is owned by the original artwork is owned by another company in the States. This is why they couldn't. This is why this was out. And this is why this was drawn many times. When they got this version that came out, you had an interview with Christopher Lambert, all in French. That probably didn't make any sense at all. It was all bullshit for a start, anyway, and it didn't make any sense at all. And it was bad, and it was terrible, and it was just awful. If you've seen the DVD of that, it's awful. And so that's one reason. Second reason is there's no interview with Brian May or Roger Taylor on it because Studio Canal, they couldn't pay Brian May for the interview. That was a lot of crap. And there wasn't any videos from Queen at all on it, which that's why they weren't allowed to use that. So that's why EMI is no longer, they weren't allowed to use permission of EMI for any of the videos. So when it was re-released in the States, it was released in 2003 and re-released in 2016 on Blu-ray. And in the Blu-ray version of it, it is the uncut version. It's the uncut version. And it wasn't even Studio Canal's decision. It was Momentum Pictures that took it over. Momentum bought the rights from the States to the UK, and their print was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Momentum Pictures, it's a shame when they went bust them guys, but Momentum Pictures bought it in the UK, and they said, we're going to get this out. And I tell you what, they've said to them, you can shove that DVD up your ass, we'll bring out a better artwork. And so they use the Immortal Edition on the Blu-ray release on the standard. And that's actually the same identical release on the US version of it. It's got the commentary by Russell Mackay. It's also got promotional material. Also, the interview with the two producers on it, which is fantastic. And it's also got Prince of the Universe on there as well. And that DVD is fantastic. And I'm glad that when the DVD was out in the States first, they brought it over here and said, right, we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to bring it out in the UK. They are demanding this to be out, and they did a brilliant job of it. And that release, that Blu-ray release, is amazing. And I do recommend the Blu-ray release as being a fantastic thing. It's just really good how you can bring a product out of a Queen product. It tells, and all they used on the Immortal Edition was just a sword with a great background. Identical release to the DVD release of it, and that's why Studio Canal was sued over that release. I think they were sued for 60 million, I think it was, because they didn't get permission at all to use it. And if you ever get that a European release of it, check out the menu screens. Are bloody awful on it. But that's the reason why Studio did it for their release, and they were sued for that. And obviously, because I remember all the press about it before, it was all over the net saying Studio Canal is sued over this legendary release that came out, because they basically all they did was use the X-Rental release on VHS and took it on, and then they thought they written, and Warner Brothers was really annoyed, but they said, why is it you've used our copyright on our video? We haven't got you permission to use this. You just basically ripped off our DVD. So that when the directors over in France, they got sued over 60 million, they said, we want our money back for this, because you're not allowed to release this thing without the approval of who owns it, because Studio doesn't own it. Now does Warner Brothers own it? Apparently these guys in America own it, you see. Panzer and Davis own it. And I wish Queen had, at the time, had the rights to buy the film. And Russell Mackay was fucking furious when he went to France. He went to see the guys at Studio Canal, and he said, you guys are absolute arseholes. And I said, why have you released this? I don't know why. Because he didn't get permission to actually release that DVD. So if you still got that European DVD of it, well, I have to say, that should be shot in the bin altogether, because it is so bad. It's really, really bad. So that's the reasons why Studio Canal are just dickheads, and Studio Canal is now gone bust. Well, it's not bust for us, but apparently they're still distributing films up there anyway. But the thing about that is they apparently will finance films from. They'll get money from France. They'll give them like 60 million to make a movie. Then they'll buy it over here. Then they'll get like everybody else to contribute together for us. So, for example, Billy Elliot, great film, amazing. There were 7 distributors for that film. Seven people, 7 distributors got involved with that film. BBC, working title, Studio Canal, the Development Group, the Newcastle Council, then there was another one as well. For all those reasons, and Universal Pictures as well, because Universal originally got the rights to it all, and that's why there was a lot of fucking arguments with Universal in the States, because you know the backstory about Universal in Universal Pictures in 1995. CIC Video, the distributors at the time, CIC Video went bust. They were a really good company. They got sold to Polygram, and Paramount Pictures apparently stayed in the UK because they renamed it from CIC Video to Paramount Pictures. Then Universal was bought by the Polygram Group, and then Universal went to Polygram. And then now, Universal is now a fully functioning company, which is amazing. And as soon as the deal went through from Universal's side of it, Polygram said, well, we'll duck out of this now because Polygram was dead. And then they'll say, Universal is yours. That's yours to have forever. That's why CIC closed, Video closed at the time. Paramount was going to be Paramount Video. It was already available. It was originally available in the States, but they didn't have the rights in the UK to do it, so there was the distribution deal went through for it. So that's why Highlander, the video, so that's how they work over there in France anyway. France, Studio Canal is terrible business to go for, but they'll buy something that will make a product, and they'll say, right, we'll finance it, but we won't take control over any of the artwork on it, and that's why they got sued for it. Gaming Head's here. Hey, Gaming Head, good to see you, my man. How are you doing, mate? Yeah, I haven't heard from you a couple of days, mate. I didn't see you last Saturday. I was here, but I was on early. I thought I'd just come on tonight because I can't come on Saturday, I'm afraid, because I'm going to be with Jade over the next weekend, talking and stuff going on. So we're talking about film distribution and stuff with the film of Highlander. And I mean, I've heard rumours going around apparently that they're going to make another one. They're going to remake the film. Russell Mackay is fucking going berserk over it, and they said, how dare they do that? But it ain't going to work. So I don't know why they want to re-release it anyway, which is terrible. But the Blu-ray release when it came out was perfect. Gaming Head's here with his music chat now today. So if you have heard Gaming Head, if you've heard the news, if I get back to, let me go back to Discord. See if that's it. The news, Gaming Head. Jade's album is out. It's released now. You can buy it on. Here. Secret Voice is out. You can buy it on Discogs for £5, including promotional material, including everything else you want to buy. And we're also starting a crowdfunding campaign on Diggers Factory, which is here, I think. No, it's not. Yes, Secret Voice. That's now available to pre-order on here, £15. If you want to sponsor and get yourself a copy of the vinyl release, it's out in November, and you can basically buy that from diggersfactory.com. And just type in JDAM, and it's basically live there now for you guys. So, and also, yes, you can buy on the website as well. The website's been updated. Go to the Buy Now page, and you can buy it on there as well. Diggers Factory, you can buy it on Diggers Factory. Just click the link up there, take you straight to Diggers Factory page to buy it. And that is pretty much out the way. So I'm going to go get a quick drink, guys, and then we're back with your chats, and we're here until I decide to stop. Wait for it. Adrian's here as well. I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm just going to get a drink of juice. Then we'll keep it in for a bit and all that. Any questions you got, guys? Anything with Jessica Soto? I've got some news about Jessica Soto, by the way, Adrian. If you want to hear something very interesting indeed, I'll tell you guys in a minute. Right in a second. Right, this is our chat tonight. This is music chat and updates as well. Anything, isn't it? You guys want to go and support the album, guys, of A Secret Voice? It is out now, and I'll show you here. There she is. Starring Attraction of the World. The CD is now available to purchase, and inside to get the information on who produced it and the album as well, which is even better. £5 with promotional material. Big bag of promotional material for you guys to learn about the company and how we did it and what was made, basically. Also a newsletter and information about the business. So £5 on Discogs. Buy the album. It's good. It's good. Oh, another question happened as well. Apparently, for one of our friends, John, we couldn't stream it live because couldn't stream it on any platforms, guys, because it was going to cost me a lot of money, which was atrocious, absolutely atrocious. So don't recommend that at all, guys. Gaming says, I actually ripped all my Blu-rays with Queen Geeks because I got a Blu-ray player. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Blu-ray's the way to go, mate. It is outstanding quality. Outstanding quality. There we go. Yeah, just outstanding quality for Blu-rays. Amazing stuff indeed. Evening, Tez. Yes, please. I want some information about Jessica Soto. I'll tell you in a second what's happened with Mr. Soto. Jessica Soto recorded a death metal album once. What was this project name? And did you hear it, Tez? I did hear something about the death metal thing. I can't remember what it was, though. Might be Danger Angel, I think it was. Might have been. I don't know. I'll get back to you about that later. Anyway, Jessica Soto news. As you all know, he's recorded an album called Sons of Apollo. He's in that band now. He's in that band now, Sons of Apollo. The album has been tremendously successful. The album is fantastic. One of his best singles that I've ever heard in my life. If Adrian, if you haven't got that album yet, get it downloaded, mate, and listen to Sons of Apollo. Fabulous album. Fabulous. Really good. But Jeff is nearly at the end of his tour. Trans-Siberian Orchestra may not be going ahead. He doesn't know yet, because obviously Paul O'Neill passed away, and they don't know what's happening with TSO Orchestra. So they're hopefully going to try and find out if they're still going to tour this year, or whatever happens to it. Also, the fact is, Jeff's been hinted around. The sort of project is going to come back on. Frontiers Records they've obviously signed this contract now with Frontiers Records, which is really brilliant. And so what they plan to do now is they're going to put the sort of project to Frontiers Records now and label it for them guys. And then Jeff's going to be making a couple of Queen appearances with apparently one thing's come around that he wants to do. He wants to do a couple more projects with Sons of Apollo, because that's why he's keeping his contract in that one at the moment to do. Then, and the next request he wants to do a tour with the Queen tour, the Queen Extravaganza, which is apparently coming up in the next couple of months with Mark Martel, and it sounds very promising. It sounds really good. So check it out on YouTube. YouTube, fantastic videos. And those two things are happening this year with these things. So that looks promising. Let's have a look. You know what sucks? I won two tickets for Sons of Apollo a week ago, and I discovered I had to work that evening. Did you? Oh. Yeah, it's very unusual how this doesn't smell right. This. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Lady Angus Young fan 1998. Welcome to Queensville. Hope you have a good night. Queen is one of the favourite rock bands of the year. They are amazing. I don't like the new stuff that Queen brought out though. No. Prefer their old stuff better. Prefer the greatest stuff ever involved in there. Here's something that Jade told me yesterday. Was it today, yesterday, or the other day before? Tuesday it was. We were going because we went to a house. I went to a house on Tuesday and saw it. Here's something that Jade told me. She, and this is coming from her own self. She told me apparently that she doesn't like the song Under Pressure. Doesn't like it. She says she doesn't grasp it. She doesn't feel it's not a song to hear. Which I understand. I mean, from my point of view, I do say that obviously that Under Pressure is one of those songs where it's a collaboration between Mr. Mercury and Mr. Bowie. And I love it. But it's just, she says it doesn't grasp me, that song. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that it might be the vocals or something on it, or the harmonies or whatever, something, but it's a good song. And that's Jade's idea for it. Anyway. All the other songs are great. She loves Queen so much, but she doesn't like Under Pressure. And maybe it's a duo thing or a ballad thing, or maybe it's something to do with her voice or something. I haven't got a clue. I don't know. I'm glad you like the profile picture. Yeah, thanks Gaming Head for that. Thank you very much, mate. That was brilliant. Yeah, love that profile picture a lot. Sons of Apollo come back to Netherlands in October. Do they? I know they do. Yes, they do, because he's on tour at the moment. Jeff Cosoto is so amazing. One of my friends I spoke to the other day, Jamie. He because me and Jamie's recording a song soon called Masses, and we haven't done it yet because I've been so busy working with Jade at the minute. But we hope we will be getting back on track with that very soon indeed. With that song. Yeah, the thing about Jeff Cosoto is he can do anything with anybody. The man is just so incredible. I really wanted to go and see him when I was going to go and see him live in one of the shows he was going to do. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go because it would have been costing too much money to go for it. He's going to try, though, and say that he wants to try and play up in the northeast. Will that happen? I don't know yet. Maybe. We'll see what happens anyway. Any questions, guys? Any questions at all? Music, Queen, anything you want to know? Jade's album. How was it working with Jade? How was it? How is she doing? What's she up to? I'm not liking this at all. I don't like the way this tastes. It tastes weird. I noticed that the water in my bathroom is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Questions? Let's have a look. Any news on Talisman? Talisman, yes, yes. Interesting thing about Talisman at the minute. If you watch Jeff's latest live stream that happened this year, a lot of news about Talisman coming out. Well, what's going on is Jeff has had an idea this year. After the Sons of Apollo tour is completely done and is having a break for over the next few months, and after the Solar project gets sorted out, he is having an idea to go back on tour and do a Talisman show. But whether he's going to do an album of Talisman may be possible. But I do know that the first Talisman album has been re-released again on vinyl in Holland, and it's been bloody successful as well. Is there any more Volts coming out? At the moment, I think there was due to be another Volts album coming out. I'm not sure whether Volts 2 is out or not. Sun Hill, who are a production company in Holland, have now got all the master tapes have got all the masters back from Marcel Jacob, and was no longer with us now. But they got all the rights because Jeff Scott Soto with Sun Hill did a deal with them and say, you can have all these takes, you can have everything. And then they went, and then as far as I understand, the first Volts album, when it came out with the new version of Time After Time was done, they went back into the studio and they redid some parts in it. It was actually called the Revisited version. And the two guys, Frederick Orkinson and the drummer, what's his name, Jerry Borger, we went inside the studio and we redid parts in that again, and it sounds bloody good. He also had rights to the master takes as well. It's got took off all the original drum parts and all the original parts in it and redid it. They revamped demos. That's what they did. They revamped the whole lot and it sounded amazing. But it reminds me a little of some 10 songs. Yeah. Well, the idea for that song, that Burn song, I heard the song "Watch the Fire" by Wet. That good I've been so blind. That's where it came from. And I wanted to do a song that was very Talisman and very Jeff Scott Soto on it. And I just thought, well, I'm listening to if you listen to the song of Watch the Fire, and if you listen to Talisman's Break the Chains, that's where the idea came from for both of them songs anyway. Because I had to break your chains. And when I presented it to Jade, you know, we did a fantastic version of it. And I'm proud that Burn, it's been a successful video that we've ever released. It's been bloody phenomenal since we've released it. And it is really bloody amazing how many people are watching that video all together. It's like, wow, what a song. The next single, by the way, if you want to know if you want to ask me what kind of single we're bringing out next, there's a vote going on actually. These are two songs we want to bring out. The first one's called Chains, which is this one right here. We're getting these played on to radio. This is the first one, Chains. And then the second one is, I think she wants this one played on radio, is this one, Alive.
Someone's creeping around the door. As a bullseye beats around, you better run.
So if you want to go and vote for those two songs and get it played on your local radio station, head over to the ST Entertainment page on Facebook, and you can vote for those two songs. You've got about another 4 days left to vote for them, and if you like them ones, we will get a vote for them. I know she definitely says Alive is what she really wants to. Thinking that. Actually, we're playing Alive today in here, and she sang it like crazy. Went kicking on the chest. It was a way that we today. It was really good. But her album is out now. Go and buy it. Listen to the Red and Blue. Listen to the Secret Voice. Just love them. Tracks are so cool. She has the best song on that album, Strong Enough to Last, which she loves. But Burn, the album version, when we do the video for Burn coming out soon, we're not using this album mix. We're going to use a different version of it on this. So this is not the version we're going to use. But it does sound like to make a chainsaw. I mean, yeah. It's just really cool. So, but I want to thank everybody who's viewing that video so much. I really appreciate everybody who's viewing it. They all love it so much. It's absolutely fantastic. But that's where we wanted to go with that Talisman feel to it anyway, which is cool. Break Your Chains is a classic. Break Your Chains is fucking great, man. It's brilliant. That is full on. Yeah, Break Your Chains is break your chains and you'll always be there. And like our song Burn, like take a chance and get down on your knees, pressure within you bleeds. We just wanted to do that really, and she loved it. She likes the very beginning of it actually because she just said feel the burn, all these backwards things in it and stuff. We finished actually the tracks last Thursday. We finished them, and the album was out Monday. Had about 4 days to get that all sorted out, and that Saturday, when I finished the stream on Saturday, straight in here doing all the work. It's a great album. Get it. It's brilliant. Especially when you get to Red and Blue and Secret Voice and Alive, and her cover of No One But You is so good. We finally got that out. Oh my god! We fought tooth and nail for that to get that out on the CD. It was great. Anybody got any more questions, guys? I'm going to be on here for another hour because I feel like we need a 2-hour session today because you guys have not had a long session for a while. I know that. Apologies for that anyway. But if you guys have got any questions, please go forward. If you've got any questions about Jade, any questions about what songs we did, hopefully going to try and hear from John. John bought the album, or subscribed, bought the album by the way, and I haven't heard from him back, so hopefully he got it. I hope he likes it. Looking forward to his review actually for that. But at the moment, yeah, just sort of thinking about doing a Talisman album this year. If it happens, they'll just get the bass player from Eclipse because he's perfect, or somebody who's very identical to Marcel Jacob, which is really really cool. But if they do get someone like the bass player from Mr. Big, then we're talking quite a good stuff there as well. I actually didn't know who actually got his bass guitar originally. I don't know who got his bass guitar. The Marcel Jacob bass. I don't know what actually happened to that. Just get Gary Schutt to place Marcel Jacob. Gary Schutt, he's alright. He's an alright guy. I do like that album he did with the what the fuck's it called? The one I've got. The album he did with, what's it called? The Hearts album, War Paint song. That album's really good. Fault Line's fantastic on that last album. That track's fucking spot on there. But Gary Schutt's okay. Fault Line, that's the one. Yeah, great song that. Really good. Very 80s best things. I fucking love that song. But if not, you should get the bass player from Takara. Because I love Takara. that's where I got the idea to do a song called Mavis Days from Takara's song Passions of the Heart. It sounds very similar to actually. Actually, I'll play it for you. When I find it. Yeah. This is Mavis. I love this version of the song. This is the Mavis Days with guitars in it. Now you tell me this sounds a bit like Takara, and I bet it does, because I love it so much. That's the wrong one, that. It's actually this one. Wrong one. This is the Takara song I want this. Yeah, that's exactly what we like. I just love. I just had to tell him we need that Takara sound, which is really good. It's cool. Takara's Taste of Heaven is my favorite. I tell you what, Takara album I like is the red one, Eternal Faith. That is a phenomenal album. Ever make that. In fact, I like the other one, Blind in Paradise. Takara, in fact, I mean, I didn't know that Takara was going to be all like about the God and things and stuff, but Jeff Wright's stuff is brilliant, and that's why when it was Passions of the Heart that week, I thought, ooh, really good, really good. Best of is good. Best of is pretty good actually. Yeah, I do like the best of. It's just a compilation album of new material as well. But I don't like it when they did that new Takara one. Not the Jeff one, because Jeff wasn't in that one. They did one more album. It was under the Takara name, but it wasn't Jeff Scott because he owned the name at the time. And they got this new singer to come in and do it, and I thought it was bloody awful. Yeah. And Takara albums with the other singers. Nah, I don't recommend them. I would prefer to stick with the Jeff stuff, because Jeff stuff's great. Even up to Axel Really Pell, to the Magic album, the last one he ever did, Magic, before Joey came in. Because they're really good. They're classic ones, they're really fantastic. Especially Touch the Rainbow. Does your soul come and touch the rainbow? And I like Oliver when he does collaborations with people. It's really good. And in fact, I think Touch the Rainbow is the only track that's done live in the studio. Because you can hear live stuff in it. And actually, Pell is a phenomenal guitarist. Identical to Richie Blackmore. And I watched that live stream of him doing a live stream on Facebook. The live Axel Really Pell thing, was great. Yeah, Cry the Gypsy. That's phenomenal stuff. That's like Blackmore. And the one I like as well recently is a song called Burning Chains on the End of the Storm album. And that's identical to Deep Purple. It's phenomenal. It's really brilliant. Even when someone was telling me about that singer Malmsteen. I do respect Malmsteen a lot, but I don't like his albums. Because it's not like... I like the first album with Jeff, but after that, nah. And even with Cooney as well. Cooney, that song, that Shine On, Major Headlands. I love that video he did though, when he goes on stage and he climbs on that banister and goes, "Feel that no lad." Really, he is fabulous, fabulous, bloody good. Honestly, his stage performance is fantastic on that video. Petty Human Clay didn't go on no longer. Yeah, it's a shame. Well, the only reason they did that was because the first album was only done at Fantasy Studios in California. The second album, when it was done, they wanted to make it like a Harley Talisman album, and the second album was brilliant. But it was just, I think it was just a breakaway from when Talisman had a break for a bit, and because he didn't tour much. And in 1996 it was. The Human Clay album is really good. In fact, I think I've got it here actually. Somewhere. It's in there anyway. But I've got the standard edition. But when I got the reissue of it, I got the reissue, and reissue was better. And but Human Clay was really good. It was just basically it was just a second Talisman project for him. I love Vows in Stone. I love Vows in Stone. I love that song to bits. That's something I'd love to cover, that song. Because I love that Vows in Stone. I'm positive that Vows in Stone is another song. But I love that first Human Clay album. It's brilliant. I love that. I like the Heaven on Earth track. I like Jealousies. Jealousy is just a fucking momentum, isn't it? And I also, here's the thing that you don't know either, 8. Do you know the song Without You is a rip-off of Stairway to Heaven? It's actually not a rip-off, it's a great interpretation of the song. But when he wrote that song, he said, oh, you know, let's just do it like Stairway to Heaven, but like let's do it like a nice Without You, Stairway to Heaven. Very clever how he did it. But it sounds exactly like Stairway to Heaven. It was like, he's buying a stairway to heaven. And I love the way that when he does stuff like that, it's just amazing. It's just like, wow, really bloody good. Yeah, it's a shame Human Clay didn't go on much longer, but he did get the guitarists Brian Young, Malstein, and Jeff plays guitar on the album, and Marcel plays bass. And because apparently Jeff plays guitar on the album anyway, and Brian Young's brilliant on that album as well. Eternal Flame is, I don't know, apart from Eternal Flame, then The Line of Fire, that should be a soundtrack song. That, as I said, always the time. If you keep, I don't know if you play it on Rock Show Live, it was one of them songs that I listened to, and it was just like, that's got to be on a soundtrack. That I'm sure it was. It was supposed to be on a soundtrack, actually, that song. But Eternal Flame is brilliant. But I do know that they originally recorded Eternal Flame on the Talisman demos, but they never issued it on demo form until they recorded it for the Human Clay stuff. So I remember in the interview he says that that some of the ideas came from Talisman days when we weren't really using them, but we're kind of like, we lost track of them. And I think one of my favourite tracks on the second album, apart from your track 8 that you'd like so much, right, the last track on it, I would have to say that the track I like is The Thin Line, The Worm Song, and Euphoria, and Boy on the Golden Hill. That's just a great end of an album, that great end indeed. Clown is Dead. Clown is Dead is a classic one, 12 minutes long. How Axl wrote that, how Axl wrote that song was just like having a piece of a pie and you can't get the end of it. It goes on and on and on. And The Clown is Dead is one of the best singings I've ever heard on that guy. And I'm going to play that to Jade one of these days, and she's going to go mad for it. She'll say, what the hell is this? And I said, Jade, you have to listen to this. It is phenomenal. And that's kind of why I like things that do work up so well for it. And then it's basically anything you can hear is really, really good. I'm trying to find something on my emails. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this email that I got. If I can find it. I know I still have it. Oh, maybe it's in the inbox. I want to show you this email I received, and when I get it, while you guys are chatting away. Oh, it's not here. Oh, once you gotta find that email. I had a great email that came in the other day, and I'll tell you what. Oh, did I delete it? I think I did. Unless it's in the junk mails. No, it's in the delete. I'm sure it is in the deleted file somewhere. You need to find this email, guys, because I got an email through the past couple of days, and I laughed so much yesterday with it, and it did come through on Wednesday. I'm sure it did. I'll probably not go it now anyway. No, I haven't got it. Anyway, I got an email the other day already. It was going to make the old guys laugh because it was funny. And I wish to God I still kept the email. It would have been really good. But I don't know if I've still got it or not. I really need to find it, because if I find that email, it would be good. Please play a clip of what? The Clown is Dead. Do you know what? I think I will, but I've got to be careful because I can't play it much longer because I'll get a copyright strike for this at all. I hope I do it anyway. So we need A. Can't play much of it, but I'll play a little bit of it anyway. Let's see. Oh, I don't know where it is. There we are. Go right here. I'll just play a little bit of it. I'm not going to play a lot of it anyway, but here we are. I think this is amazing.
Reminds you of lifetime. A lake full of tears overflow the world.
That's all you're going to get. It's a 12-minute song. It is well worth listening to. It's brilliant. Oh yeah, definitely. He's fantastic. He's really good. Really good. He really is a phenomenal writer and a producer and an amazing guitarist. Somebody I'd like to work to anyway with it. Yeah, I'm just trying to find this email I got. If I find this email, I'll be very happy. I wish to God I haven't erased this thing now. That's the 6th. I want to go back to Wednesday. Oh, I sent items. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Filter from flat. No, I'm going to do flat. I'm just trying to find this email. I really want to find this email because it was hilarious. Exposure Dubai. No one exposed to Dubai. Guys, keep your chats coming in, guys. I want to find this. I got an email yesterday. Oh, was it Monday? Oh, it could be Monday. Monday. No, it wasn't Sunday. Oh, no, I haven't got it. I was telling Mum the other day, and I said, "Oh, you got to look at this email. It's funny as hell." And I wish I still had it. No, I think I got rid of it. Actually, doesn't matter. Anyway, it's about the email I received anyway from a person who literally was just telling me about that it's like someone's died and someone's like in your family and everything else. And the punctuations on the email were absolutely dreadful. It was awful punctuation on it. Going back to the death stuff anyway. I just love that guy. I spoke to one of my friends online, and I was telling him that I was telling them basically, I said to him, you know, Jessica Soto was a legend, and Jamie said, Jessica Soto is fucking brilliant. I says, I know he is. I said, you heard all these albums? He says, yeah, it's fucking spot on. He is really, honestly, a dude, I have to say, he is really, really cool. We were actually going to send a copy of A Secret Voice to him. But unfortunately, the address I was given, has changed addresses now. It's no longer there. Because apparently he's no longer in that. He's no longer there now. So I have to try and get his address from Frontiers Records if I can. We'll find out when Frontiers Records get back to us about that release of Secret Voice, and please let us know, because we'd like to know a nice thing for you guys. I might as well just talk about something that happened to me about 2 months ago now. I am spoke about this, and I might as well speak about it actually. And no, this has nothing to do with what's been going on with myself and anything. I've had if you guys remember from February, I was probably not in a good place at the time, just before this business started up, and I was not myself for over about a week or so, and something happened. This is way back before I went to Rock Renegade, and when I went to other things and stuff going on and myself. One of my friends passed away about February, and his name was Steve Reed, and he was just one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life, and he was a really sweet guy, and he's up there now. And he got me into the music of a guy called Tommy Bolin, and I never heard the guy before. And he gave me a massive, massive task to find every single release from Tommy Bolin. And I reached out to everybody on Discogs. I reached out to everybody on Discogs. I also reached out to everybody on the Facebook page. And I was given a massive list. And I'm talking, and I said, obviously, you can only buy them on the website. You can buy them on Discogs, which is one thing you can buy them on. So he was telling me about, you know, he's telling me about that he's a great guitarist, you should listen to him. And without listening to Tommy Bolin's music, which I'm very sorry to say, but I know that he's passed away now, that music was not for me at all. But I have to respect the way the guy played guitar so well. Probably, there's a few songs I do like, and a few songs that didn't go with me very well, but I have to be honest about it. And I kind of think that I lost it a bit with Steve, a little bit, because he's trying to get me into different music genres, and Deep Purple was his biggest influence ever. And he was phenomenal. The guy was really phenomenal. He was very old. He was 56. And he didn't know if he could live long to the end. And unfortunately he didn't. Because he was given a date when he was going to be with us anymore, and it happened on the day that he died, obviously. And he was really ill. The past couple of weeks he was really ill. He was drinking a lot. He was drinking wine a lot, and he had a very bad infection in his bowel. His bowel went really bad. So he got me into his music. Happy to say, I wasn't really a fan of it, to be honest. I am not a fan of it, to be honest. Either. One song that probably stands out with me is probably Brother Brother, which is the only thing I like on the album. But apart from that, the rest of it's not very good at all. It's just very bizarre music to listen to. But he gave me a task to do it, and it was a long process to do. That's why now we his partner, Christine, apparently, who I speak to, was his partner. Hello. and she obviously is now. She's a good friend, but she's very talkative, which is good. She's very nice indeed. So that is why February was bad. It was a bad month for me. Just really didn't have anybody to talk to. I was really down, and all of a sudden this came around, and certain times now can come phenomenally very well. You guys got any more questions? I will be leaving here at about 8:30. 15 minutes. So don't forget, guys, if you want to support, because I talked about this before, if you want to, basically the idea is we're starting a super chat soon, and I'm going to start my PayPal account, and basically what's going to happen is if you guys donate £2 or as much as little as you can, only £1 or £2 at least. Basically, the idea is to get some equipment for this studio, and we're talking about toners for the printer. They cost quite a bit of money. We're hopefully going to try and get a new mixing desk for the studio. Hopefully, going to try and get everything out of that cupboard at the weekend. Something we want to do. And then we're going to have a fully functional studio. But what we'd like you to do is to contribute to something we'd like you to ask for. Not going to cost that much. We try and get a fund together for SC Entertainment Limited. And what we want to do with our fund is we basically want to have you guys buy the album on PayPal, or anywhere else, Discogs, anywhere you want to buy it from. And our promise to you is we get a fund of £100. That will go towards the upgrade of Queensville, because we want to get Queensville up running as a professional business now. And I'm not needing to say we're going to keep doing live streams, but we're going to do like studio work as well. We're going to do like proper studio work. We want to have soundproofing in here, so that will then stand the studio a lot, which does work. We want to also have you guys get input as well. So if you guys are interested in that idea, Super Chat is what I'm going to enable. It's actually enabled now. If you want to contribute to £2, £5, anything you want, then do that, please, because it's just something that we'd like. Because me and Jada were thinking about today, and we really wanted to have a bit more oomph, So that's why Super Chat's there for you guys. So if you can contribute to £2 to £5 to anything, as little as you can. I'm not saying much, just be nice to have your input with that, guys. So this is what you guys think about anyway, and that'll happen on the next live stream. So you guys can start pledging money if you want to. Gaming Head, I'll buy your album sometime in the future. Yes, you may. Limited edition's only available for a month. After that, limited edition won't be available anymore. But me and Jade were thinking about bringing out 15 extra copies if you need them. So it'll still be on the website to buy, and still be on Discogs for a long, long time. If we do sell out on Discogs, we will be posting more and more and more, and then you guys can get that back from us, which would be cool. I only know Bolan from Deep Purple album. He is on Come Taste the Band. Great album. Come Taste the Band is a good album, actually. She's not coming again. She's only been downstairs. Devin, you've been a good girl, but you are doing my nutting. Yes. Yes. Don't lie down. Behave. Apparently she's on bed duty today. She's been on a long walk today, actually, which is pretty good for her. We're going to start doing that anyway, guys. And this is coming from me and Jade, actually, because now Jade is part of working for me. She's basically doing that from her side, and she said, we need some funding ready for it. So I thought we need to basically just some help, guys. Just give us some help, and just help us out for a bit. And there's also awards videos as well. We're going to produce videos. We're going to do some more content for SC Entertainment Limited. We also want to buy, and this is another thing we had an idea for, we want to buy SC Entertainment as a professional the domain name as well. That's the reason why we want the fund to go towards the estate and return page, and then we can have a proper business going up, and then we basically will be fine with that. So that's what's something I want to think about at the minute, because I'm getting a lot of people liking the page, liking the videos, liking our content, and Jade's been phenomenal. She has worked so hard. Don't just think she's a singer, because she isn't. She is, but she's working for me now as well. She's actually working for this business, and she's been the administrator for the page on Facebook, and she's also, well, she will be very soon, admin and the website as well. But the website will be updated in the next, over the weekend. Look out for some live streams happening on Sunday, because I'm back at the studio on Sunday trying to go and work on these new tracks with Jade. Because she's the new one we started work on today was a headache, but we got there. We just kind of figured out where the hell do we go with this song. But if you want to talk about recent projects we're starting to do, or songs we're starting to do, let me know. Just message me about them, because I like to know about these things. If you guys have any questions or anything, just let us know. Because it asked me about what does she do, or what does she, how did you meet her or anything, Come on, what more questions, guys? More questions, please. I'll message you soon, because I promised Jade that I will promote her new album on my Instagram account. All right. Nice one, mate. I think Jade spoke to you actually on Instagram before. Yeah. But you can't stream the album, I'm afraid, because there's a price to pay for that, I'm afraid. And streaming is expensive. So I'd rather not you guys don't stream the album, please. Don't do that. Have you been watching the England World Cup test? I haven't. I haven't had a chance to read it. I know for a fact we did play bloody good though yesterday, Monday. I didn't see it because I am not a fan of football. I know you'd be thinking, but you're from the UK, Tezzy, why are you not? I know, I don't watch football at all. For me and football don't mix. Doesn't mix at all. It's just that football is crap, to be honest. Come on, England on Saturday. I won't be here Saturday. I know I won't watch the match on Saturday. And no, I'm not going to travel away to Sunderland. And no, I'm not going to drink in Sunderland. No. Well, it's going to be busy on Saturday anyway. Damn. We'll be careful on Saturday. But no, I haven't watched. No, I haven't. I've been keeping up with the scores, but I don't watch it live. It's just boring. It's just totally boring. It's just, why would you want to 90 minutes kicking a ball around when it really goes backwards and forwards? And I don't know. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's only because Sunderland keeps going down. That's true. Well, I can say I wasn't born here, so I'm originally from Nottingham, so I wasn't born here in the North East. I was never born in the North East. But saying that though, it's ideal if our team, if my home team plays. I wasn't born here. They do well, but right now it's kind of going from like that. They are a bit naff really for it as well. The other team. Newcastle was a bit of a disappointment really, because Newcastle, when they play crap. I do have to say the one thing about all of the sport. Sport is just sport today. Is just nothing but people like to watch games. I don't see why people get hyperactive about it a lot when you go and see them live at the Wimbledon, right? Remember 1994 was Henman mad, Henman Hill. That was just lunacy. It was lunacy. Then what are you doing? Do it. You did. Yeah, the Henman thing was way over the top. They all went there to Wimbledon, outside Wimbledon, to go and watch it, right? And the BBC streamed it live, and everybody was saying, right, let's get the shots of the Henman Hill, let's get this, because they're going to sit outside and watch it for free. And they did watch it for free. And the BBC wasn't bothered about it. But why go overboard on something that you wouldn't want to be with? It's stupid. It's too much ridiculousness anyway. Just relax, calm down, it's only a game. Jesus Christ. Even when, especially when they're doing all the promotion for it, you know, like, I mean, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? I've got one here, right? Right, this is interesting, right? If you buy one of these before, this is the Stackers. This is called Walker's Stacks, right? And I bought these, they're only £1 out the shop, well, over the corner where I live. It's only like a 2-minute walk from where the studio is anyway. Now, I bought these now, not saying I'm putting weight on, I'm losing weight. I bought these, right, and yesterday I put the cord in underneath, right, that cord there, right. I put that cord in. This cord's valid now, by the way, because you can't use this cord anymore. When you buy as many of these as you can, you're supposed to put these cords in and get like a thing, like a little an animation saying you get like this prize or whatever else. You know, it's all a con. It's all a con really for it. So I put the cord in yesterday on 3 packets because I've got one here and I've got another one here as well. These are now valid. You can't use these ones. I put one yesterday, and then I basically see what I won. I could win. Let's see what you can win. What can you win this? You can win a 4K TV. You can win a free Pepsi Max bottle, a free Walker's Doritos share pack, and if you get 2 Max Icons to win on these, then you win. Thing isn't it? This is a complete con. This is a right con. So it's supposed to be Mr. Gary Lineker, right? And I know that he's one of the funniest entertainers in the world. You know, I mean, fair enough, right? He played for England. But what annoyed me was when he got offered the job to work on the BBC and do that Match Today thing. He's now one of the best entertainers in the world. He's fucking funny as hell. I mean, forget the Walker's ads and forget the Nick and Crisps business and everything else, because, you know, everyone can do that. The way he holds the crisp, know that, you know. So for example, you know, there's Yum Yums and everything else, you know, sort of thing, right? The way he holds the crisp, will you? Ted Poley! I will home, yes. Ted Poley's crisps. Fly, like pretty. But Gary Lineker is a fucking legend. I like him. He's a great footballer with an amazing, bloody entertainer. Look at his radio show. Lineker Talks. Lineker League or something, you know. That's fucking funny. Even on that show, Quest of Sport, that was bloody good. I love the outtakes, and the outtakes were fun. I think there were more outtakes better than the show. I think McCloyster's just so funny. It really is funny. Now, I remember watching a documentary about a year ago, 2 years ago, of Gaza. Gary Lineker. No, not Gary Lineker. Gary Gascoigne. And yeah, and it was really hard to watch that because he was going through a painful time. He was trying to get himself together, and he's obviously getting off the drink, and he's still on the drink. And he's a bad influence. And he was a great footballer in the North East, but it's a shame he just lost that passion with himself, and he really didn't know what to do with himself. And his wife got interviewed, and then and Lineker was on there, and he was really upset because he said, "I'm really sorry that he has gone through a bad time, and he's trying to get off the drink. He's trying to do his thing." And when he did an interview, he really, not Lineker, but when Gary did the interview, he really tried hard to try and keep it together. And I felt sorry for the man. You know, I felt sorry for him. He really terrible, bad times he went through. But saying that, he's trying to get off it now. He's trying to get himself back together what he was trying to do. No. All these footballers want to be presenters. And the BBC says, and there's some researcher says, we'd like you to come on the programme. Would you like to be presenter, please? Look what happened to Ian Wright. What an idiot he did. That stupid programme. When Andy Deck were offered that deal on BBC to do Friends Like These, they will pay like 10 million to do it. Friends Like These was it was a really good show for students. And then all of a sudden now, they're great entertainers. Ian Wright comes on and messes the programme up. What a fucking joke. Okay, I'm going to go on my tea now. Thanks for the chat. No problem, mate. I'm going off soon anyway. I'm going to be going off in about quarter to 9. See you, mate. Cheers. Everybody else is here. I'll stay on for a bit longer. If you want me guys to stay on for another half an hour, I will. I want some more chat, guys. So what else have we been doing today? This song's been in my head since we've been doing it. Jay's been writing the song. Jane was writing the song for me today. Which is all here. And she really, this is a song we were trying to do today. There's a song called Number 9. And she's starting to write the lyrics for me as well. And she says, if you can try to do something with the backing track for it. We're trying to all deal with many things we're trying to do with it. It's in my brain now, actually, this song, because I said, would you want it to with a melody for it? And I said, no, that's fine, I'll work on it. Now, I wanted to try and promise that I'll do this by tomorrow, but I have my time yet, so it might be time later on, about next hour or so to do it. But Jade's just full of, she's a phenomenal person to work with. She's so good. She's very calm and very, when you work with her, she'll sit with an idea and say, I don't know about this idea, but how's it going to work and everything else. So she sat in the seat today, and I said, you produce this track, you want to produce it. I want to know, the snare doesn't work in this track, but the other thing does. And I went, right. And I said, but she did the admin today. The admin was all done today. I was amazed. I was really happy with the admin today. Very happy, impressed. And I was very impressed with it today. She works so hard. Like I said before, she works so hard for this business, and she really did. It was spot on today. Absolutely spot on. She's really one of the best people I've actually had in this business now to work with me. So good. She's done phenomenally well. Very well indeed. And it's really good how she's got the confidence to actually go out there and sing and perform. So you're all thinking, Jade's singing material. No, she's more like business type. Business meets music meets business. That's why she's from home. And it's good to have somebody who I know who will do it. And I'm not in any rush to do it for them and saying, if you want to type stuff up, you can. I says, I'm not bothered. As long as we get a deadline ready for it for next month's meeting, we'll be absolutely spot on. That's why tomorrow, we've got like the big meeting tomorrow, we've got to take our laptop down, we've got to take the bags down, we've got to get some food sorted out, we've got to do everything. This is why you keep thinking, oh, well, Tez, this is very interesting, this, because you're actually doing a business for what you're doing. So, well, of course, it's true. I don't want to think I'm wasting my life not doing what I want to do. I want to do this because this is just to help people out to get their dreams, their careers. Tomorrow we've got Sam tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to next week because the next week's going to be great. And then we're going to be writing again, producing again, music again. And I like this sort of feel. I like this sort of, not a manager, but I'm a promoter really for it now. So I promote their music. I'm never ever be a manager. Because, like I said, you guys, if you watch that UK music scene video, I'm getting a lot of views for that video now. And they were right. I really want to speak to managers about it and stuff. One thing that did come around, if you did listen here in the papers, was it in the papers this week, or was it something? Somebody got sued for using a song, and it was that scruffy ginger bastard. What's his name? I don't know his name. Anyway, he's the Irish jig guy, idiot. What a dick. Apparently he got sued for using someone else's song. And this is why I can't stand it when people do that. Why write a song when you rip off other artists and you think it's great to use that? This is why the UK music scene is ridiculous out of hand. So apparently, he's got sued over one song for $6 million. It's not him. It's actually, well, apparently he's used a song that's not even his. I think it's an ABBA song he used. Anyway, I wish this guy would just go away, seriously, and get off my back. Because he can't sing, he can't write, he can't even do any good music. He's just an awful singer. He's an awful, bloody awful guy. He's absolutely terrible. And that's all I never heard, stopped hearing was his name, and I can't stand him. He's like, why are you, what is this, what's this music you're doing? And he'll say, this is music, mate. I said, it's not. It's like, what are you singing about? You're singing about Irish things, and it doesn't make any sense. Why is it you're singing about a social event happening when there's an Irish event going on, but a social event in the middle, an social Irish. What's he on about? Now, my point of view, right? These singers and artists are terrible. There's one thing that what's this other one that's been going out? It's someone showed me something last week, and I got really pissed off with it. There's this guy, this dude, this white dude, who thinks he's a black singer, and he's a white singer singing with a black voice. That's bizarre. So anyway, so there was this song going around, and I can't stand it to this day. I wish it was out of my fucking brain. Because it was because I heard it from one of the guys who was singing it, and I heard this song on somewhere. I was in a shop somewhere, and it was coming on. I went, I'm thinking, hang on, what's the song about? He's singing really low, thinking he's funny, thinking he's really hilarious on the video. And then all of a sudden, it doesn't make any sense to the song at all. He's singing about ejaculation. It's like, oi, mate, why do you want to sing about that? Why do we want someone to go in your bed? And really just do that? Is it really just nothing? So anyway, so that's why, So when I was at Jade's last Thursday, was it last Thursday? I was there last Thursday at Jade's house, and we listened to all the metal stuff and the rock stuff. It was good, really good. And I played this song by Michael Bolton called One More Time. You see, if I heard the song by Michael Bolton One More Time, I said, pour it on. I said, pour it on. And I bet you in 2 minutes you'll want to sing it. She heard it all the way through, and I said to her, the next day I said, I want to record that one more time, so I'm so sorry, but you're going to have to sing it. She said, oh, what? I said, that song's great. She says, yeah. She says, it should be alright to do. Because Michael Bolton, that's another thing, right? Michael Bolton, I do love him as a singer. And his rock stuff is brilliant. But when he went down that road of soul, it didn't work. Even that song he did, I mean, that's the album he did. So what was it called? The Hunger. It's called that one we did with Jonathan Cain producing it. It was bloody fantastic. That song. That's what I like about that guy. I like his rock stuff. But when they go to the soul stuff, it doesn't work. He's not a soul guy. He's a rock guy. And he's, I mean, he did. His 80s stuff's brilliant. His rock stuff's really good. Especially that song, the song he wrote for Cher, I Found Someone, that Michael demoed for Cher to do. But the demo he did was brilliant, but I never recorded it on an album, so not unbelievable. So when it was given to Cher, it was really, really, it was like, wow, this song is for me. And it was for Cher to have. It was, Michael Bolton's great. Everybody's crazy. Oh, what was that? I hear something there. Oh, maybe not there. Yeah, Everybody's Crazy. That album was a flop. Everybody's Crazy was not one of his best albums. Apparently, it was it was considered as the wrong image because apparently they were looking for. Michael didn't want to do that, and it was Desmond Child's idea to make him more a rock dude than a soul dude. He didn't want to do rock music too much. He wanted to go to the soul side. Don't understand that. His early career, Michael Bottin, when his first album came out, was a flop. But Everybody's Crazy was a bit mixed, really. He said we got mixed reactions from it, and he said, I remember the interview in 1992 when it was on BBC. He got mixed reactions from it, and he said, I didn't want to do that sort of music. I wanted to do like soul meets rock meets thing, you know. That's why The Hunger was pretty good. But it doesn't suit going into that music of soul. You should always stick with the genre. You should keep them rock. I mean, I do have to say he's a great producer. It's brilliant. But going like I found Someone was one of the best ones he ever did. I wish he would stick in that genre what he wants to do, but he says no, I don't want to do that. I want to try something that works with someone else's idea for it, and it will work well for it. It's my favourite, together with his 1983 subtitled album. That's what I was thinking of, Michael Bottin. Yeah, 83. Yeah, I mean, I've not heard most of the stuff. I know that when he did that Town Love and Tenderness album, it wasn't the best. It was just terrible. Even when he wrote that song with what's it called? Love's a Wonderful Thing. I thought that was a right rip-off of Motown altogether. He wrote it, but it was like, mate, don't do that. You're just ripping off Motown songs. You should write with Mott Mangold again. And Mott Mangold's fantastic. Mott Mangold is the pioneer writer. Yeah, you really should get back with him and write stuff again with him, because he was really good. I never know what happened to that guy actually. But I know that Michael was signed a deal. He signed a $1 million deal with Frontiers in Italy. Apparently, he couldn't get signed. The Sony Columbia Records dropped him many years ago, and he said, "I'm really looking for a label that would release this album." And he went to Frontiers Records, and he picked it up, and they said, if I respect everybody in the industry, I've heard so many good things about Frontiers Records that they'd sign me up. That's why we sent a copy of this week. This is absolute true. We sent a copy of this to Frontiers Records this week to see if they like it and to get their approval. I haven't heard back from them yet, so hopefully if I get a letter off them this week, I'll be happy to find out what's going on. But with artists today, they all want to sign with Frontiers Records because Frontiers is a brilliant label. I was telling Jay the other week, and I said, Jay, this label Frontiers, they'll give you a yes or no, but you know what? They're fucking brilliant. They've got some great artists getting signed to those guys. Treat's already signed. Toto's already signed. Chicago got signed. Axel Reed Appel probably gets signed next. I mean, that label's outstanding. What material to bring out. That's the reason why Columbia Records couldn't release that album. And they said, we don't want this trash. It's like Michael's just released. He's re-recorded When a Man Was a Woman again, and it's like, and someone at the A&R said, no, I'll tell you what you should go for. Listen to these guys at Frontiers Records. They'll give you a push for it. He sent it over. They got it out within a month and a half. Not bad. And to end this conversation, before I leave, when you listen to music today and you want something really great to listen to Jade's album. Listen to Jade's album. That's something you really want to buy. Is The Secret Voice. because we did work so hard on that album to get it out, and we fought tooth and nail to get No One But You finally approved by Brian. Not we didn't get approved by Brian May, but Brian May's associates we did, and they approved it. And then they said yeah, and it was really good to have their backup for it as well. But this week's been really, really good. We've had some amazing weeks. We had some great creativity today. We have just had a ball. We had a ball. Quickly, just to end this, I had a question from someone saying, "Will you be doing a new stream with Jade?" Yes, I will be. We're going to try and do that next Tuesday. It'll be in the afternoon though, but if you're not at work, you'll see the recorded live stream anyway from us. Yes, it's a chat we'll be working on that day. It's just Jade. I can't do it at the night time because the fact is Jade's got other things planned and I can't really do it at night time. But during the day, it will be done. We'll give you time on the live stream when it'll be done next week, and we definitely be having it back in, which is even wonderful and stuff. I'm actually very glad the streams are working good tonight. My router is now actually just in the corner, just down there, because I changed my position. It was on fire this thing tonight. You know, always behind the thing as well. It was not working very well. So I've changed that router position now, and actually it's been working a lot more cooler than before. Alright guys, well thanks very much for all your chat tonight. I really appreciate you coming on and talking to me. Like I said guys, this stream had to be scheduled today because unfortunately on Saturday I'm not going to be here at all to do a live stream. I'm going to be away. And like I said, I don't know what time I'm normally back. So I just want to thank everybody tuning in today. I really appreciate it. We are back next Tuesday with live stream with me and Jade this time. We will be sorting out guys as well. We do apologise for the last live stream, it was really bad. But we will be doing a new live stream of that anyway. That old live stream will come off anyway. We'll do a better live stream for you guys, Q&A session. Jade will be sitting here. I'll be sitting here as well. And you guys can talk about the album, we can talk about how we met, how we got on and everything else. Because we know you guys wanted us to do a new one. And we're going to do it for you guys anyway, which is even cool. But thanks a lot for that. Anyway, tune into keep you updated on the Facebook page. Keep yourself updated on to the SC Entertainment page. Buy Jade's album on Discogs and also at SC Entertainment's website as well. Links are all on the video down here. It should be because I did put them on today. And yeah. Yep, so that's it. The Discogs link is not on there at the minute, but it will be on after this video is over. And yeah, so anyway guys, I'm going to go off now. Thanks for tuning in guys. Cheers very much for your chats today. I'll catch you guys on Tuesday for a chat. Until then, have a great night and see you guys next week. Till then, bye.